Hello YouTube, doing another review on Netflix's Marvel Luke Cage. You have to excuse me, I've got a bit of a cold, so if I sound funny, that's why. Okay, so I'm not too familiar with all of Marvel's characters, but I do know who Power Man is, and the story goes with this one here. Oh wait, sorry, I mentioned to those who don't have not watched the series, potential spoilers. So I'll give you to the count of 5. So if you haven't watched it, go out and watch it, then come back. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So right off the hop, like the show opens up where he walks into this building and just bullets are flying off him and everything. Just displaying what type of like power he has. Like he's indestructible. He's got superhuman strength. Very intelligent. He's basically like Harlem's version of like. Oh, I'm sorry. Worry about that. This story is set in, I guess, in the same timeline as the other Netflix series, Daredevil and Jessica Jones, who they give little shouts to. What I got from this series is that Luke Cage, he knows a lot of the history of Harlem, which was really nice. Like, which tells him about his character. He's very intelligent and cares a lot about the people he's with, and what sets him on this trail of becoming Power Man is that Pops, a barber in Harlem, is basically killed, and that sets up Luke Cage to go out and stop Cottonmouth, who is one of the main villain, who is a very, you're not too sure how you feel about him at first, because he shows sides of he's very a musician, but he's also very cruel. Like I said, I think this show kind of takes off after Jessica Jones. Also, Rosaria Dawson from the series Daredevil is also in this show. This is a nice nod to her. Like, there's things there. Like, I know this great lawyer from Hell's Kitchen, and they also mentioned like the Punisher. So if you haven't, if this show doesn't make any sense, and and you're wondering who these people are talking about, watch Daredevil, and then watch Jessica Jones, and then come to watch Luke Cage. Again, there's like a lot of great actors in here. But by fair, probably was Luke Cage, just because he's like struggling to like accept that this wasn't what he wanted. And they also show his origin. Actually, they do that to a lot of the characters here. Like Cottonmouth, they kind of like touch base on how he became a musician. Like his mom was like running this brothel or whatever, but he wanted to like pursue music, and along with his cousin, who is another very interesting character in the show. They use a lot of shots of like different sides of Harlem, like that's also like one of the big. It's also a character in this series. Just seeing like the different the buildings, learning about the history of Harlem, and what he's ultimately fighting for. Quite a few cameos actually. Like the Method Man, he was really cool, and he does this like rap in the series here. Excuse me. But overall, it's a good show. There is like another villain at the very end, Diamondback. Then you don't really get to meet up with him until I think like the fourth. I can't remember what episode he's in, but he's probably the one big threat to him at the when they start showing him, and he's just a psychopath. Like, he's fearless. Blames him for everything, but it's very like shot very good. Like, there's, like I said, it's shot in the same styles as like Daredevil, where you get to see like Hell's Kitchen and the shots of the buildings, the streets, the people, and which was like I really enjoyed that. I learned a little bit more about the history of like New York City, which I wish I could go, but being that it's like 3,000 miles away from where I am, it's a bit of a trek. So if anyone is like interested in like watching a good show, I do recommend like Luke Cage. It's a really great series. Every episode I found like just about it leaves it on a bit of a cliffhanger. Like, okay, so it's what's gonna happen. But because I watched the show in one day, there's probably a few things I missed. So I'm gonna watch it again. And if there's any other shows, anything you would like me to review, please leave a comment. And once again, this is Thompson Guy Tries, and this is for Luke Cage, now available on Netflix. So, but again, if you guys are gonna watch the show and you're not entirely sure how these characters like intertwine, I would recommend watching Daredevil and Jessica Jones. There's also kind of like they give reference to the incident, they call it in the show. I guess they're talking about the Avengers when they're talking about Thor and Captain America and Hulk and everything, which is kind of cool. So it's part of that universe, but I don't think we're gonna see any of the Avengers at all in this show. Maybe we'll see like a crossover between like Punisher and Daredevil and Jessica Jones and whatnot, and which would be pretty cool. Which is like a lot of shows are doing nowadays, like with what the DC's doing with their shows. So they're kind of doing it, but I'd like to see like the Punisher come over and just take on Luke Cage and just I think that'd be epic. So with that, please like and subscribe, and have a good day, everyone. And please subscribe, like, peace.